Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Shoe fetish murderer could be moved to open prison. A convicted murderer who was dubbed the shoe fetish killer should be moved to open prison, the parole board has ruled. Christopher Farrow, 61, was handed a life sentence with a minimum term of 18 years in 2000 for the rape and murder of mother of two Wendy Speaks, 51. Farrow, who was 33 at the time, broke into Wendy's home in Wakefield and tied her up with a pair of stockings before raping her and stabbing her to death. Jurors at his trial were told he put a pair of high heels on display during the attack because he liked looking at shoes when having sex. Farrow was previously moved to an open prison in 2018 when he reached his minimum term, but was sent back the following year after being identified as a person of interest in cold case investigations. He has since been denied parole 3 times, most recently in 2023 when he was deemed to have outstanding treatment needs. Detectives have since told the parole board he is no longer linked to those cases. At a hearing in February 2025, the parole board heard Farrow had completed sessions with a psychologist and an accredited program to address offense-related sexual thoughts. The panel heard he had developed insight into his risk factors and had gained skills in custody linked to his emotional management and problem-solving. But the board decided he should be transferred to open prison instead of being freed altogether. A decision summary from the parole board read, "The panel noted that the index offense was a brutal, sexual, and violent attack. Although Mr. Farrow had completed extensive work in custody to explore his offending behavior, the panel considered that it was only his recent work that had allowed professionals to say that he had shown insight into his offending. Release was not supported by witnesses, and the panel was not satisfied that release at this point would be safe for the protection of the public. However, on considering the criteria for recommending placement in open conditions, the panel recommended that Mr. Farrow should be progressed in this way. A final decision, whether to implement the parole board's recommendation, will be taken by Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. More, 3 men guilty of plotting to murder bank robber involved in £54 million raid. More, poignant man united coffin tribute for girl, 10, killed when car crashed into her on pitch. More, man told to wait outside after being jailed goes home after prison, van didn't turn up. Never miss the biggest stories with breaking news alerts in your inbox. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.